Alrighty folks, here we are, 2023, the Asia Cup. This is the over 60s men's division. Malaysia in the dark strip, black and yellow versus Japan in the white and red. And Japan there just nipping the ball through, trying to sneak a little one past big indigit, I beg your pardon, that's some Surinder. Oh, and there's a big collision down the other end of the field. Turn around, here we go, have a look at this. Malaysian player just trying to run through, pops the ball through. The Japanese player picks his line, and that's Indigit Tower. I just mistaken a second ago, going apex over anus, but the umpire has said that he's not happy with the Malaysian player busting through like that, and that's a green card. So Indigit Tower, number 9, Malaysia just going off for a 2-minute rest there, and poor Makeboto for Japan is still laid out there on the nice blue turf here in the Hong Kong Hockey and Football Club. Many thanks, of course, to Hong Kong for providing this footage to us, the Hong Kong Football and Hockey Club. This is a magnificent facility here, as you can see. There's rugby being played in the background. And on the left-hand side there, top left corner, that's the clubhouse itself. They've got indoor bowls, squash, there's tennis played in the grounds, rugby, football and all kinds of other things, and that's beside the horse racing, because this of course is the home of the famous Hong Kong Jockey Club, and this facility is all in the centre of the horse racing track. And a little bit of a bobble and a foot there, but no harm done from Usegi, as nobody was near him, and of course it's bubbled up. So things are again a little bit scrappy, just as often happens. Once we get a bit of a break in play, everyone seems to sort of relax for a second, so Usagi now having another little crack at this one. Away he goes. And you think he might have gone back through the inside, but he's bobbled through 2 players, would you believe it? And but not the third. No, and he's picked up and tried to sneak his way through. He picked up very well indeed, but couldn't sneak past 3 Malaysians. And there's the long ball through now. Oh, this is typical of Malaysia. Look at that for a ball. Nearly a 70-metre ball down the inside channel all the way to the forward there, Juari, but he was being well marked, and Japan now come back out, but this time only as far as Sergeant Singh, normally the captain of the side. He's popped one up, very uncharacteristic. You don't usually see Sergeant, there's a bit of anti-skill, you don't usually see Sergeant missing his mark. There he is with a glove on now looking at the umpire, but it's fair enough. Japanese player missed the ball, and so did the Malaysian, and then the Malaysian foul. So, yeah, well umpired. Now Japan tries to crack it through again, but it's really not going to happen. That hit and hope ball is not the best way to go. Pramjit now dodges his player, pulls it back inside and tries to go long. It looks like he's picked up a foot on the way through here, just off camera, as we send it back. And that's exactly what's happened. Sergeant has a look, where's he going? Goes up, he nearly took the head off the Japanese player there, but the umpires have played that one on. Lovely pick up on the reverse, good drag inside. And now there's a stick check, he's pulled the stick on the way through. And Japan there has given away the first short corner of the match. He's still down on the ground. He's like a little terrier. That guy, he dives and he jumps around all over the place, he gets under your feet, and he won't leave anybody a second's peace. So now that's the first short corner for Malaysia. Looks like Mark Teo is going to take it. We can just call him Raymond, probably easier. And you've got Indigit, number 9 there, number 17 also on the top of D. So that's Surinder, Diwali. He's got a hell of a strike on him, the captain. Sergeant Singh, number 6 on reverse stick trap. Ready to go, here we go. Good injection, nice trap. Oh, boom, oh, that's in the back of the net, what a goal. Look at that, here we go. So here's the ejection, everybody happy? Yes. In she comes, right to the top of the D, beautiful reverse stick trap, just taps it inside. Japanese player didn't quite have his stick down there, and the keeper beaten on the near post. Oh, postman and keeper right there, but it was travelling. Yeah, you've really got to be exactly in line, and often the defenders, they're so used to that, they'll just deflect the ball. They just have the open blade and deflect it round the outside. However, that was hit with such force and such venom that it found its mark, and there really wasn't time to react. So, first blood to Malaysia. Malaysia 1, Japan 0. And Malaysia have been the best team in the competition here. Very nicely done. Inside, outside, and there's a 1-2, well worked. Coming back again, there's the foot. Japan takes it quickly to play on, walks it into the 23, pushes it across onto the other side of the goal. Reverse blade, and it's in the far post again for Japan this time. He's delighted with himself. He's doing the reverse starfish on the turf down there. Well done, young man. Oh, look at that for a ball. All the Malaysians ran to the ball carrier. He's put it back across the face of God. This looked like nothing, but he's managed to pick that up on the reverse blade diving. That's really hard to do without hitting the back of the stick. So, yeah, I think that's Makimoto down there doing the reverse starfish. Oh, well done to him. Now we've got a game, so that's 1-1. We're only a few minutes into the game here, so wow. Excellent work. Down the bottom of the screen there, we've got over 40 men for Malaysia and over 50 men for Japan, both of which are wrong. However, it's actually the over 60s men's division, so apologies for that. We've been a little bit how's your father during this tournament with some of the captions, and certainly with the timing, as Sajid goes over the top again, and it's found its way through to the left wing, bobbled it back across the face. Looks like he picked up a foot, and it did. So well done. Choi was in there, number 2 from Malaysia, just deflected the ball onto the Japanese stick, and that's how quickly things can turn around. Malaysia, famous for their long game. They play in the tropics, and they tend to hold the ball from the back and transfer it, not through the midfield, but all the way to the forwards. They have 2 or 3 high men who are really good at trapping and really clever with stick work. So they pass the ball long and hard, and they look for a free hit or a short corner, and that's exactly what we've got here. So penalty corner again. In she comes, same as last time. Indrajit, this time they go one left. And it's, oh, look at that for a flick. Indrajit Tara. Here we go. Nice drag. Accurate. Beautiful reverse, well outside. They thought they were going to have the same strike again, but no. Comes back to 9, and Tara just lifts the ball. The keeper's covering the other post there because he was beaten on his own left post before, so he's covering that side of the goal, and he's left a massive gap on this side. Number 6 there with the glove, of course, that was, or is Sajid Singh. He was the captain of the Malaysian Open team and also the coach of the Malaysian Open men's team for a great many years. Took them way up, and a really clever coach, so I'm sure he's watched what the Japanese have done. He scored 10 goals, I think, or maybe 11 goals in the tournament so far, so all eyes have been on him, certainly where short corners are concerned, and he's obviously decided that he'll have a word with his players. Here he is now, and change and switch around exactly what they're doing just to confuse the defence. And here's back across the face again, but this time bobbling ball in, but only as far as the Japanese defenders. They picked that one up nicely, and they try and come back out, and a little bit bobbly there again, so not really the best. That's a nice ball through the inside. Took a little bit of a deflection on the way through from Malaysia, and now they've got time to regather. So they're looking long. You can see the sergeant there showing him go long, he said. And they come back and around again. Here comes Raymond, shows right, comes left, spins, goes back around again. Where's he going? He tries to flick one through here, but he sees a lead, but just not enough of a lead. However, they've managed to pick up the ball here, surprisingly enough. Looked like it might have gone the other way. He's got his 5, he's taking the ball to the other side, and this time another short corner, just out of camera there, so we don't really know what quite happened. But as this quarter winds down, we'll say, oh, there's a player who's been upended again, so it's obviously one of those diving tackles I was talking to you about earlier on. Umpire's having a look here. And there we have it, eh? Jeepers. Well, the umpire's helping him up. Doesn't look good. They're calling for a substitution. You can just see there, Jowry, number 12, making this substitution sign. There he is on the left of the D. And as the player goes off. Not the best situation, but like I say, the Japanese guys, they've been do or die, that's for sure. So short corner Malaysia. Let's see what they've got this time. Okay, everybody ready? In she comes. Hand trap. Flick. Oh, the keeper's got that one on his near post again, his left hand side. So I was waiting that time. Sergeant Singh decided to have a flick of that one himself, and he's been pretty deadly this tournament so far with those. That one's bobbling across the face of goal here, and it's run across the top of the D this time. Left wing's on it like a seagull on a chip. There's 12 again. So Jowry tried to pull it in. Oh, Zaire and Jowry couldn't pull it in. Was beaten by the white line there as it went out, and then Japan's tried to smash it back through the inside channel, but picked up again by Chin. And now Malaysia comes up. See how they're picking that ball up on the outside? So they're picking it up on the reverse, which is protecting the ball from the Japanese defenders. And with the extra size and height and reach of the Malaysians, it's making it really hard on the Japanese defenders, most of whom are smaller than their equivalent counterparts in the Malaysian team. So what they lack in size and stature, or that's nearly picked his pocket there, they make up for in speed and determination. And he's tried to flick that one up there, but Sergeant Singh's leaned out on the left-hand side. There's a space opening up for him now. Leans one left, flicks to the near post, keeper's on it, bobbles it out over the back line for a long corner. Nice work again, Malaysia. Comes out to the right-hand side this time. He's got to play down there. And that right side again. Here's another chance. Turn, spin, boot. Oh, and another one. Here we go. So a little flick. Protects the ball, picks it up, spins, turns, uses the body well, and then smashes it past the keeper. Just past his left foot this time to the far side. The keeper had his near post covered. He's gone the other side this time. And yeah, yet again that surrender. Wali. It's the second goal for this game so far, so Malaysia in the ascendancy for sure. Their attack. They've got plenty of penetrations into the D, and now they're leading 3-1. Japan had one chance and converted very smartly indeed. It was a great goal, great field goal. But they really haven't had much in and around the day. Look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Malaysians there, and just the one red and white for Japan. So it's a big ask there. Mochizuki, number 18. Oh. And now Japan, you see they're flying across here and chasing that ball down, chasing the player. The Malaysians are a little bit slow sometimes to get rid. Back one way, back the other way. But this time there's a Japanese player on top of his man, and he's managed to pick himself up here. He's managed to find himself a bit of a penalty. Let's just see what the umpire's given. It looks like they're all falling back, so it must be a short corner. Oh, well done, Japan. I tell you, they're tenacious, these boys. So, coming up to the end of the first quarter, the clock down the bottom, just ignore that. Just like the scoreboard telling us who's playing, the clock is also wrong. So just it's a little bit out of kilter, as we say. And there's a good injection, nice trap, smash. Oh, but too slow to get the hit away. It's bounced up high. Japan reintroduces, goes wide up this target. No, and it's 16 or 3 out. Yeah, he really needed to push that ball forward, and as it crossed the line, he should already be on the downswing. Now Malaysia's come back out quick and fast down the left-hand side again, and he's going across. He really needs just to pop that one through. He had a runner there in the inside channel, was making headway, and he probably could have picked him up. However, the umpire's found something here, and looks like the card's been given. Yep, green card. Sergeant looks, goes to the far side. Oh, and a couple of players there just basically interfering with each other. Karim there, number 15, was running back out of the D and interfered with his player who would have picked it up on his forestick if only he'd been left alone to do so. But never mind, you get that sometimes. Everyone's keen, everyone's chasing and doing their best. Now Japan come out on their left-hand side. straight down the line this time, and beautiful pickup just inside the sideline. So now they've made 50 metres up, and he only couldn't find his player there. Again, Japanese player hunting in behind the fullback, so it's got to be a poor trap or a really clever ball to get past the Malaysian fullbacks. These guys have got real skill about them. They don't miss much. They're not as quick as the Japanese, but they're skillful, and they're very, very strong on the ball as we come to the end of the first quarter. So that's Malaysia 3, Japan 1. All right, folks, here we go. Q2 underway. Japan ball straight back, shows it to the side, and then he tries to go through the inside. He actually managed to pick up his player there, so that was pretty good. But unfortunately, the Japanese player didn't get enough on that to make the difference. So everyone sort of slowed down a little bit here, but I think Japan was kind of hoping they might have had a free hit there somehow, but it wasn't to be the case. 18, Mochizuki seemed to indicate he thought he might have been entitled. Oh, Japan is not enough on that again, just not enough, just too slow, and again too slow. Malaysia looked like they were going to stop the ball but didn't, and Sargent just rolls it out there to the right hand side. So now Japan has to scramble a little bit. They try and make good. There's Arai 16 for Japan in attendance, and back they come again to Sargent. He pulls the ball back and then he goes long down into the corner. There's a couple of players down there. You see one, the half was leading out, and then the wing had gone well wide, but neither of them could make contact. It was a very good idea. In-digit tower there, number 9, marking Yamida, marking each other, and Japan tries to lift that one up. Looks like it's running out over the sideline. It must have taken a touch on the way through. Japan's played on, and Malaysia's got their hand up, but not getting anything. Well played, Japan. Good fast play on. Malaysians falling back. Japan tried to smash one in across the face. Oh, missed his target. He was on the reverse. Couldn't get a stick on it. Just ran out too far. And now Japan fall away again. Malaysians, plenty of them back there. They defend in numbers. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back in that area already. They're in no great hurry here. They're 3-1 up. Look at that. Just lifted up over the top for 30-metre pass. So the semi into contact, but it comes away to the Malaysia. Bobbles that one through. Well protected by Japan. Oh, swing and a miss. The umpires played it on. Just drops back to Malaysia, however, so let's see if they can go again. Little flick of the wrist this time from Sargent Singh. Goes out to Raymond, and he sort of does a little reverse flick to his advancing player there, which is Chin, across the face of goal. Oh, he's diving in, all it wanted was a touch. He didn't get the touch though, and it's out and over the back line for a 16. Yeah, certainly the Malaysians have been in the hunt. They're putting themselves around. They're certainly in the mood. Japan again goes long. This time he's missed his target. It's out all the way down to the other end of the field. So Ramjit Singh, number 5, the big number 5 there, does a little jog down to the backboards to pick up the ball and bring it back out. Looks like it's a sideline hit. And here he is, comes short. Now Malaysia's trying to run this one out here. He's going to get himself into trouble. Got to be careful, spins and turns. A couple of Japanese players hunting him down. And he's come out wide this time, and oh look at that. Nicely done there from Surrender. Comes all the way across court. Took a deflection on the way through. So Malaysia get to regather and regroup. Bobbles it through. On as far as the red and white. Oh, again a missed trap, and it's fallen for fallen for Japan. Yep, and he's quick and he's fast, coming back around the outside again. Plays it up, pulls it back, goes back down into the corner again. It looks like he's going to crack one, and he does. But doesn't make it through. Malaysia clears their lines, and it's nicely done. Comes back up to Raymond, and now they're back through Sargent in the middle of the field. He walks it up and looks for the obstruction. Umpire didn't give it. So Japan re-emerge with the ball as they head back downfield again. So both teams running the ball a little bit now, but that one's wide of target and out and over the back line for a free out. So a wasted ball there, having done all of the good work. Just got his angles mixed up. Maybe was expecting a bit of a lead that didn't come. And that happens as well, of course, in hockey. You're hoping your player will do what they're supposed to do, and sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't, and sometimes you misread what's happening.
We wouldn't do that, would we? I was going to say, that's nasty something. Shouting at your own teammates.
Japan nicely returned the ball to Sargent. He makes it goal to 5. Looks for his target. It is a beautiful turn, and that's free out to Malaysia. To Japan. I had Malaysia in my mind there. I thought that was free hit was going to go to Malaysia. Looked like it might have been stick interference, but the umpire was right there, so I'm sure he's correct. Unfortunately there, Sakai beat his player, but the white line beat him. So the white line defender, there's 33 Sakai for Japan. He was just too close to the side and didn't get his drag back inside again. There's another good lead from the Malaysian forward. He takes his player one way, then back the other. So that's the obstruction given. He rolls it back nicely. Now they can go into the D if they want to. Comes across the face, and the diving reverse blade there just to direct the ball away from the danger area. And he's actually found his player up wide there on the wing, still in his own half. Now they bobble one through, and that looks like he's taken the foot there, which it has. So Diwali, foot on the way through, the captain. Japan 1-2, but he's too close to the opposition player there. He's trying to play a ball to somebody who's 1.5 meters or 2 meters away. So the Malaysian defender who's gone to pick him up has actually just eliminated the 2 players, and now it's turned over the ball to Malaysia. And now Malaysia through Jowry come out to the right hand side, and they go along, but the Japanese players, they're starting to get the idea of what Malaysia's about here, so they're starting to jump in front of those high players as they're receiving the ball. There's a little flick pass through, looks like it was a bit high, and it was, so free to free to Japan, and that's a nice ball, finds his mark, very well done, has a look up, where's he going, you've got to move it. Slides one down the line, but yeah, it's real hopeful. And Parmajit got a stick on the ball, but only guided it over the sideline. Now here's a chance. Going to smash one across the face, and it has gone all the way across. Yeah, they had Machizuki in there in front of goal, but he's giving instruction now as to where he might like to see that ball next time, as it didn't quite arrive where he'd hoped. So the communication between forwards, you don't get a whole lot of time and space in there, so communication is vital between the forwards. And another beautiful long overhead all the way downfield, but picks up the Malaysian foot. The Malaysian jumped in front of his counterpart, but managed to get his foot as he did so. And so Japan get a retake here. That's a nice ball through. Oh, just Sakai running down the line there. Couldn't get there just in time enough. I saw it ran out and over the sideline. So Malaysia regroup and regather. Where are they going? Oh, chips one this time, but picked up by Japan. So the umpires played that one on. It looked like it was dangerous, and there's off the foot, and he's given a short corner. Deliberate foot, he said. Oh, Chin's not too happy, but that's what's given. All happened a little bit quickly. Umpire was right on top of it, so we'll defer to him. So he said that's what it is. Takashita on the injection here. Sakai 33. Not sure if he's on strike. Itsuki 42. And then we've got Arai on 16. He comes to the top of the D, lifts one up at the near post. Oh, it's wide of target. Wide of target. And then Malaysia release that ball straight away. They're not messing around because they know that the Japanese are upfield here. And here, this is the reason why he's mishit that one. That's a real shame. He's gone diagonal from about 30 metres and tried to work it diagonal into the D when he's probably should have just taken that on a little bit further or gone out wide to the wing. However, in all of the confusion and the ruckus, Japan tried to rush the ball back downfield the other way, and it's fallen between a couple of players and ended up going to Malaysia. Sargent, in his usual style, slopes along towards the ball and suddenly grabs it, stops it, and off he goes, takes it real quick. His diagonal ball across the face, and it's all between the legs this time. Wow. Yeah, I thought we might have been in again there for a second. Looks like it's a really handsome ball coming through. Players in the correct line. Japan's missed that one. Come up off the Malaysian stick, bounced away from the Japanese player. However, the umpire's given the free danger. So it was sort of in the air, so I suppose you could argue that the Malaysian as a player should have allowed the Japanese guy to receive the ball. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, it's play on now. And another flick pass long, finds his player on the edge of D, controls it. Goalkeeper's right there, near post again, tried to beat the keeper on the near post, but didn't manage to do anything that time. Keeper got it nicely away and out of trouble down into that corner. So Japan here, they got the chance. They could have just walked that ball up to the 16, but decided to crack it out from deep in the D, which meant it had to get through through two Malaysians. And now they come again, route one. They go. Here's a chance back across the face. The big sing there, number 5, managed to get the stick on it. Paramjit doesn't mess around. He's a big unit. You can't get through him too easily. He's very solid on the ball. He's got a very good eye. Not overly mobile, but a really, really good player. And they go back across court again. So the Japanese are conceding a lot of ground here. You see that Malaysians are making their field long and wide, and there's an obstruction. The umpire said just outside. And again, here's another, I'm not sure what it is, a triple solko and a double toe loop, something like that. Again, a Japanese player rummaging around on the ground, another Malaysian player falling over the top of him. We've seen a couple of cards given so far during this game because of similar tactics. Sargent now protects the ball, comes around. He looks like he's sort of semi-losing control here. He's going to have to do something, and he does. He flicks it on his reverse just to stop the attention, the unwanted attention which he's gathered. Malaysia now flick pass to the left-hand side here, and Chin sends it forward. Falls conveniently between two Malaysian players, and now Chin goes back inside again, picks it up on the reverse on this. Wow, another diving tackle underneath the legs and trips up his place. You can see the leg there got entirely underneath the player, and then he not only does he get him with the leg, he also gets him with the stick. So that's looking horribly like a stroke, but the umpire's called a short corner. Malaysian players down here. So Malaysia 3-1, certainly in the ascendancy and certainly looking likely to continue unless Japan change tactics. They're going to be losing players because they have a few on green cards now. The next stage is of course a yellow or possibly even a red. And when you're diving around under people's feet in the D like this, it can lead to all kinds of trouble. So penalty corner conceded by Japan. Malaysia over 60s men. Another flick, and it's the near post again, and the keeper was there again. So that's they've tried 2 of those on that near post, 2 flicks on that near post. Neither of them have worked. The keeper's been covering that side. The flick that did work went to the other side. He's not a big keeper, and so he's mobile all right, but it's a lot of goal to cover. Sargent now shows it. Flick on. Oh, a big swing and a miss there from Malaysia. Nearly chopped the poor Japanese guy in 2. So that's a free out for dangerous play. Japan now, where they're going, having a look. Sort of semi-looked like he might go overhead, but that hasn't been the way for Japan. Lifts it up and over the stick and comes out wide to the side here. And triangles, that's much better play. The triangle, the Malaysian players are tackling each other, for some reason best known to themselves. They're not sure why the umpire's blown the ball. Probably picked up one of their feet on the way through. So Shibata there, number 36 is there he is, the benefactor of that situation. Japan stop the ball and play on quickly, come out wide. Looks like he's got a little dink. No, he doesn't. And eventually, Chin touches it over the sideline. And so Japan get a sideline ball. He's going straight for route one here. But I think the Malaysians have sort of drawn him into that. They left that space open for him. They covered the line nicely and allowed him to sort of run directly at the goal. And of course, they had a whole pile of players just waiting in there to ambush him as he came through. There's another long ball over the top. This time it's fallen between two players, but the umpire's played it on nicely. Skinned his man and tries to go around the outside. A big 37 there. Just on the outside of the D, a bit of a shove and a push. Malaysia ball. So down the bottom here it says we're out of time already, but of course we're not because the clock's wrong. We've still got about a minute and a half to go here. Cracks one in. Bouncing, bobbling. Japan gets a stick on the bouncing ball. Malaysia regather and play it back. Sarjit Singh. There's a go, and he's got a good eye on him. Slips it one left. He's into the D. Here's a shot on target. Looking for a deflection in front of goal, but no. The keeper was right there again. He's covered those angles well as they've been coming in a direct shot. They really need to go across the face and then look for the far post. And that one's gone route one. Of course, there's somebody right on the head of the D. And now Japan chip one long. He's found his mark all right. Oh, he's tried to dodge through. He's got another chance at this one. Here's a player. Umpire, keeper's on him this time, right in front of the keeper. Malaysia clear their lines, but only as far as Japan again. They come back, and he's put that on the reverse of the Malaysian player. Just not good enough. Here's a little flick. Oh, and Shabita's managed to regather that one. Here he is, little terrier. Look at him go. He's rushing all the way back, so he knew he had to cover behind. He's just sort of running past there and past his own player. Sargent now flicks one long, there's a good ball through, and he's been gathered up there by the forward, but he's only guided it out over the sideline. So very good idea, great lead, got something on it, but just couldn't manage to keep it in. Yeah, footage has been a little bit staccato here, so a little bit sort of, jumpy and stop go, unfortunately, so apologies for that, just the way it's come down. And there we are, that's the end of Q2, and here we are. And we're back into it, folks, so half-time over. Teams retake the field. You can see the big digital scoreboard in the background there, Q3 starting, 17:30 on the clock. And you'll see down the bottom in a second how the clock here is a little bit out of kilter or skew-whiff, which would be a good saying from the north of England, a little bit not quite right, shall we say. So the teams are here now. They're looking up. Umpire is having a word with somebody on the bench. Not sure what's happening there. Officials got their hand up in the background, red shirt, and we're away. Malaysia ball straight back to Sargit, and he just gently throws it back into the inside. You can see how strong the Malaysians are on the ball. They're quite happy to receive a ball with a Japanese player behind them. And Sargit again scoops it and lifts it a little bit, just a little bit bobbly bouncing ball, and makes it hard to trap for defenders and attackers alike. But he's quite clever with his passes, so there's obviously a reason for that particular one. And you can see the Malaysian there just jumping in front of his Japanese counterpart to deflect that ball away, but picked up again by a Japanese player before they come wide out to Mora. And he's gone straight into the face of goal. Oh, the keeper's got a good kicker on that and cleared it away. My word. And that, just about anything could have happened there. Japan would have been back in it if they'd managed to convert. We could have been up to 3-2, and then we'd have a real game in our hands, because it's been a little bit one-sided so far. Now Japan comes all the way through, and a nice ball there picked up by the Japanese player. Comes back inside for some reason, actually finds his player. A little bit dangerous coming, pulling the ball wide and then coming back into the middle like that. And that's lifted up into danger. But again, see that eye that Sergeant Singh's got. Look at him. He's not real fast, but he's got incredible control, and bobbled him across there to the other side of goal, and there's cleared under pressure. So all that out of a clearance, a high clearance, but picked out of the air by the big number 6, Sergeant Singh, and he just walked his way up to the 23, or hobbled, or semi-galloped, shall we say. Anyway, out and over the back line for a free out. Now Japan, they come out the right side. Oh, that's a nice ball. That's a very nice ball. Yeah, you can see the Japanese winger up there holding his hand up. It wasn't controlled by the midfielder and bounced all the way through. Winger was in contention, but not quite the right line. And there's the captain there, smashes one long, straight down the middle, mistrapped by Japan. And again Malaysia on route 1 to goal. Looked for his player on the reverse again. This time the Japanese player jumped in front of him. So a long corner. Very nicely done there from Soon Karim for Malaysia, 15. So this is end-to-end stuff here, all right. It's exciting. It's good to watch these Asian teams play, because they are very much end-to-end teams. They don't tend to build the ball through the middle too much. To a degree, yes, but generally speaking, here's somebody running now. Having said that, of course, curse of the commentator. It's dropped one back inside very nicely, which is a little bit more akin to the Western teams. That one's missed this mark, but it's actually found another mark, and he's put it straight into the near post, but cleared out there by Paramjit, or tried to be cleared out. I think it came off the foot of the Japanese player there, 16. He's trying to hit his foot again by the look of him. So Arai reached in, there's a big reach again for 15. This time he lays it wide left. So Japan's scrambling. Malaysia's making good headway into the D. I don't know how many circle entries they've had, but it's been a lot, that's for sure. And our time's ticking down there, 11 minutes on the bottom of the scoreboard, but according to me, we've got another minute more than that. So he just pushes the ball behind his player, rides one tackle, goes for the obstruction and gets it up. Japanese players swarming around him, and they back off now. He takes it quickly, fairly typically is the way he plays. And I think Japan not 5 metres there. Looked like they were, because it was a 23 and they were all in and around the top of the D. However, the umpire's found something, and he's given a short corner. Malaysia have been pretty deadly from the short corners, and Japan won't be too happy about this. If they keep conceding short corners, they're pretty sure to concede more goals. But let's see how they do first of all before we write them off. It's still only 3-1. It's easy to score 2, and it's a good injection. Sajid Singh leaves the ball behind, comes to Singh, and that's what's he given here. Free hit on the outside of the D. Takes it quickly again, goes wide one way. No, he wants it where he wants it. Sergeant number 6 got his hand up, asking exactly where you want it, umpire. Just out of shot now, we can't see him. Oh, it's come the other way. So it's actually a Japan ball. Well, that's interesting. So we were all confused. The umpire was right there, so you think he might have been able to let his players know what he was doing. Japan's run that from left to right, and then he sliced it, unfortunately. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Yeah, when the ball's running across your body from left to right, it tends to run off the toe with a stick, and it tends to go across to the right. So it's obviously better if you can get the ball moving in the direction of the hit. See, that one's running across the player, and it's had to hit under it, and that's ended up in somewhat of a missed hit again. It's been semi-regathered, but not quite, and Japan's on it like a seagull on a chip, but Malaysia Ball, apparently, according to the umpire, came back to the foot. Now we go high, wide and long into the D, but that'll be a defender's ball. It's always a defender's ball if there's two players of opposing teams within 5 metres. The defender's always going to be given the free hit, according to the umpire, for the sake of reducing danger and keeping play on. Oh, that's nicely done. Slides through a couple of Malaysians. Now he's popped it out wide to the side. Can he make it? Just about, and he's going to be under pressure here. The Malaysians got a touch on that, knocked him on the foot, but no. Umpire's given it to Japan. Did that go 5 before it went into the D? Must have done. And that's a long corner there. So Surrender, the captain, lays his stick down flat in the reverse and just guides the ball over the back line. Umpire's given a long corner, so it wasn't deliberate. Now Japan runs the ball to make it go 5. Same deal again. Runs left and tries to hit the ball across court, which is he does. And the bobbling miss-hit has actually found a foot on the way through from Kar Choi Hoi, number 2 for Malaysia. We've got some interesting cultural backgrounds here, because we've got the Japanese and then the Malaysians. They're a mixture of Chinese, Malay and Indian players, or descent, shall we say, even though they're all Malaysians, which is the normal racial mix in Malaysia. But here we go. Good injection from Japan. Upright stick trap. He's outside the D. Has to go for deflection. Turns, shoots. Oh, and it's missed the target. What a great play that was. And here's an overhead again. Clears the ball downfield, coming up the halfway line. Missed trap, but it's bubbled on. 1-2. Malaysia here in the ascendancy again. 1-2, 1-2. Back again. That's very nice play. Across the face of goal. Far post. Oh, he's missed it. How did he miss it? Oh my word, what a goal that would have been. Yeah, from nearly on the back line, Sargent Singh lifts one up, lands down near the halfway line, bounces through between two players. They play 1-2, 1-2 against a couple of defenders and then slide it to the far post. And somehow, either the keeper's got a touch on it or something's happened, or it's gone out on the full because it's a 16. Wow. Oh, very nicely done from Japan. Yeah, his angle was cut there. He was looking for a return pass to his own player, but couldn't make it. And then he's gone with a 20-metre pass, and of course, they rarely end well, those ones. Sargent slides one through again. And it's downfield, we can't see what's happened here, but something's happened. We'll get there. Long corner. Space out there, nobody closing him down. He's done a little pirouette and a turn, and now he's got work to do. He's in the D though, and he's looking for the foot, and I think he's found the foot. Yes, he has indeed. So, well done to Raymond. Yeah, this is where the Japanese player really needed to get down low, because the opposition weren't moving forward at pace, so when they're like that, they're more or less static and spinning on the spot. That's a good time to get down low, and they're really good at getting down there. Unfortunately, the Japanese defender was standing upright and just left his feet exposed. So here's Malaysia now on the short corner. Let's see what they've got. Good injection, Sargent Singh slips it left. Shot on target. Oh! And he's missed it again. I think he's hit the player on the goal line. Here we go. Have a look. Sargent Singh, number 6, waiting to be closed down. Slips it left. And there's the flick. And to come off the player on the goal line. Malaysia's claiming a stroke. Yep. And I think that's going to be a penalty stroke. Yeah, they're all jumping in now and asking for the stroke. And that's what's happened here. Hit the player on the line. You can see the ball was heading into the goal. A little bit unclear on the replay whether or not he touched the stick or the body, but it certainly looked like the body. Umpire's right there because he's actually on that line. So he's in the perfect position to call it, and of course the umpires are wired as well. So the disengaged umpire down the halfway line will be able to advise on that one. And here we come from the stroke. Let's see what we've got. Oh, it's lifted up into the corner, and that's bread and butter stuff there. Real easy. The keeper starts to go to the wrong side. Yeah. So Yeah, as soon as he started to move, he was dead, basically, and it was such a good stroke. It was just inside the upright, so that made life really easy for the attacker. And congratulations all round. So Malaysia 4, Japan 1. And so it's a hard road to hoe for Japan. They're coming wide, but he's put the ball behind his player, making it difficult on him, so he's had to retreat. Oh, Malaysia's picked that up in the air again, under deflection. They've been really good at picking that aerial ball out when the opposition players have tried to slide it through, that sort of pass like that. The Malaysians have been really good at reading those. He's tried to go around his player, and the umpire's playing on. The Malaysians claiming for the obstruction, which in Malaysia they would get, but on the international stage not so. Oh, that's a lovely ball through the inside channel. He comes across court, but he's got nobody there. Maybe he's trying to regather himself, but he's managed to regather it only up the Malaysian player. So well played. Pops it back to Tamura. Oh, that's a nice touch on the reverse to try and drag it in, but he missed his drag, and here's two Malaysians again tackling each other. They really need to sort that one out. That's a couple of times during this game they've been doing something similar. Fortunately, it hasn't cost them, but it just as easily could have. Japan now come cross court, out of defence. So they're trying to come out on this right-hand side a little bit more, which is good. And you see that the Malaysians there are cutting the 1-2 pass off, so it's not making it easy for Japan to hit those triangles. As soon as a player passes the ball, his opposite defender goes in. There's Japan clearing the line out, but they always touched his foot. Unfortunately, Yamada got the foot in the D. He knows it. There he is, number 7, just working his way back. Umpire was right there yet again. So Malaysia with Karim, number 15, on top D. Asia, as we come into the final stanza of this third quarter. 14 Baldwin for Malaysia backing up. Sergeant Singh lays it right, 1-2. Oh, that was the 1-2 there to be had. Didn't have his stick down, bobbled underneath. And when you're on the move, those quick little short passes can beat you in that manner. Japan now, they've got numbers up here, but by the time they fiddle around with their 1-2s, this is probably the time they should have gone long to begin with. That's across the face. Oh, Japan's regathered here, and the Malaysians actually muscled him off the ball and run around the other side of the Japanese attacker, and that's pretty poor form from the attacker. Singh now lays it one left into space, and he can come back to him. Bobbles one through. It's under the legs, it's in the back of the net. What a goal! Oh, Sergeant Singh goes left. They then put it back to the middle. Here it comes, and from there he picks up his player inside the D. Just a little bit of height on that ball, make it difficult. Deflected through, yep, and between the legs. So lovely goal there, lovely goal indeed from Soon Karim. His mate on the line, he's got his hands up as though he scored, but no, it was Soon, I think, who scored that one. But nevertheless, good goal, really clever play, and the goalkeeper was sold the dummy because it went through the legs of the defender, of the attacker. So 5-1 Malaysia in Q3. Just ignore that sign down the bottom there. The score's right, but nothing else is. Now Japan, and you have to say this is baked in. Nice little dummy, shimmy. But the Malaysian had his stick down. Has actually just shielded Japanese player there. Just shaved him off the ball as the Japanese player tried to run through. Now Malaysia pick it up again, and you see how strong they are as they come through the middle. There's Singh there, number 8 again. We've got another Amar Singh. Oh, nice control there from Japan. Pull the ball across his body. Now he's protecting it. drawing his player, but he's dwelling on this ball too long. He's going to get himself in real trouble here, and he's going to lose out, and he has lost out. And that's the trouble. If you don't move the ball when you drag it, it becomes easy for the defender because they don't have to change their weight. Drag it a little bit further, and then your opposition player has to change their weight, so that restricts. Oh no, been hit by an elbow or top of a stick or something on the run through. Just a bit of a clash of body parts or sticks or something. Sometimes things get a bit tangled. Apologies all around from Malaysia on that one. And now they're away. Well, that's a very nice ball through. Oh, yeah, Malaysia, well done. Oh, but now there's another missed trap. Singh just pops the ball into space. He tries to pick out his player, but didn't manage to do so. Now Japan have claimed that ball again. He's looking long. He's tried to hit long, but he has got nowhere near enough on it. And he's way down the other end. Japanese player jumps in front of him, but he sold himself a dummy on this one. And now they've gone to the back line. Oh, yes. What an idea. And the player just in front of spot there as well. Would have been great if only he'd managed to pick it up. Though he had a defender in attendance, it would have been pretty hard for him to do much about it. So, Japan ball, out they come. And again, the Japanese player had his pocket picked. Malaysia gathered the ball and just lay it off. So they're not trying to do too much when they've got it. As soon as they're engaged, they're looking to offload. Now you see Malaysia not looking to run past his player or do too much. Pops it out wide. Yep, and that's a hit to Japan. Fair enough too. Now there's a bubbling pass, but yet again, you see that bubbling pass isn't getting past the Malaysians. Certainly not getting past Singh. He's got a beautiful eye and a wonderful trap. Now he's protecting the ball as he runs in, turns, hits himself on the foot on the run through. Again, curse of the commentator. Yeah, as soon as you start praising somebody, they go and do something stupid. And yet again, ball lifted up into a Malaysian player, and Malaysian player comes out with it. Green card given here. So somebody's going for a walk. 32 for Japan. So Tamura, umpire's not happy about something there. I'm not sure what it was. Anyway, 2 minutes in the bin. Long ball through. Doesn't make it. Japan reduced to 10 players now. They were under the pump before, but they're even more under the pump now. Japan missed trap, but somehow come out with the ball. And that's the end of Q3. Is it? No, it's not the end of Q3. We heard a siren there. As I said earlier, we've had sirens going on the adjacent pitches as the ball comes through. Oh, he needed to just lift that over the stick. Japan charging upfield here because they know they're getting to the end of the third quarter. But there's no movement ahead of him. He's running cross field here. He put the ball on the near post, but nobody's really on that post. He had a player there left side. He could have found him. That probably would have been the better option. And 34, Yakasura, kneeling down there on the 23, disappointed with himself. You can just see it. You can almost feel it. And that's the end of Q3. Okay folks, here we go. Q4 underway. 5-1 on the scoreboard, you can see there in the background. Final quarter, 17:30. We're playing 17.5-minute quarters here, so the clock doesn't stop on short corners, as is the norm in international open men's grade these days. They're playing on through time-wise. Malaysia coming back onto field, a little bit slow. Waiting on the official in the bench there to raise a hand, which she does now. So Malaysia pushes the ball back because the umpires have got their instructions from the tech bench. Japan not pressing too hard, more or less a half-court press. They've sent one player forward there, but that's all. 18, Mochizuki is the only one. And they've just waited till Malaysia made a mistake and they've gathered it, but now they've got to wait for support coming through, and Malaysia's got plenty back, which has been pretty normal. And they crashed one through, it's crash ball again, player on the far post, but look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 Malaysians in there, plus the goalkeeper, and only one player. That's that Machizuki, of course, so he's run forward there, but unfortunately not good enough. Going to be a Hail Mary ball to get to him. And Sargent lifts the ball again, doesn't get the height he wanted, but he got the angle he wanted. Japanese player picks a Malaysian forward's pocket, so well done to him. He regathers off the foot and regathers. I think that was Yusegi there for 17, doing the good work. That's in the D. Japan now. He's pulled it outside the D. Get it in the D. Get it in the D. Go on, go, 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 go. No. Now he's fiddled around with it. Parmajit there with a big long reach, number 5. Played it back down to the sideline. This is a lovely play. Oh, nobody there attacking that space. Didn't look before he hit the ball into the space. The space was there, but there was no player in the space. And Malaysia, very calm and comfortable. Because they've got the physicality, like I told you previously. There's a little flick ball forward between two players yet again, and Malaysia's half coming out with it, but not enough to make it stick. Whistle there. Malaysia 1-2. All the way back. Happy to drop it out of there, Malaysia. And 5-1 up in Q3, in Q4, why wouldn't you be? It's like they come in to attack that side again. Good turn. Oh, and I think he's found the foot again inside, has he? So, looks like Raymond's done the same trick that he did previously. Sold his player the dummy, just turned the ball inside. The Japanese player, again, you've got to stay outside that D. If you're going to do something, do it outside the D. No good standing on the line of the D or just a half a foot inside the D. It's got to do it just outside the D. That way, the worst you can do is give away a free hit. Now they're looking at another short corner to defend. And Malaysia 5-1 up. It's really not looking too good for Japan here. It's certainly looking good for Malaysia. And number 2 up there, backing up Hoy this time. It's in. Laid right. 1-2. Far post. Oh, short corner again. Stick check on the way through. Yep. Kano, 37, just interfered with the Malaysian stick. Right under the nose of the umpire, so you can't really argue with that. Lovely to play with the Japanese players at these tournaments. They don't speak much English, most of them, but they're really obliging. Yeah, it's a real pleasure to play with these guys, I must say. And as they come again, that's gone left of Trapper. Nice little jump around the far post. Oh, Sargent Singh threw the ball up there. And Raymond was on the post. He's diving in. The keeper had it covered for sure. Now they come out quickly. They've gone long. Only as far as Parmajit. So, yeah, they've got to make those passes stick. They really have to make them stick, and they're just not making them stick, Japan. Japan again struggling to get around these Malaysian players because they're big, plus they have a big long reach. So that's a couple of steps for a Japanese player. He's burning gas there, Again, a swing and a miss. So Sakai, 33, is doing his best and he's trying to lead his team forward in a bit of a charge, but can't quite do enough. And that ball back into the D again, another circle penetration for Malaysia. A free out to Japan. Oh no. No, he had a player on the sideline waiting to come onto the field. When you're on the side of the field, you need to be holding a substitute vest. Oh, here's Malaysia now, lifted it up out the keeper, is right in there, and that's a foot, and it's away. So really good work there. Keeper got down well played keeper. And away now. So as I was saying, the substitution player really needs to be holding a vest to indicate that they are a substitute. That helps the officials and the players, as we just saw. Otherwise, your own player might end up trying to pass the ball to you. Oh, happy days. Well, Japan being allowed to walk the ball up here, so Malaysia's obviously just decided to sag back here. Obstruction. Oh, the Japanese player coming in from behind nearly wore the stick. It was a high stick, but then again, you can't tackle from there. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. Can't see what's going on. The Malaysian had the ball. Keeper was right out on top of him, and looks like he deflected it over the back line for a long corner. So Colin Lawrence Sekera there for Malaysia, 7. Yeah, great position, well done him, and really well done to the goalkeeper, Makimoto. Satoshi Makimoto. And of course, Satoshi, the famous name of the Bitcoin inventor. I wonder if he's related. He's worth $1 squillion if he is. Oh, shows it. It's up and away. What's the umpire giving here? No, dangerous. Again, from the left side of D, they go into the right side. So it's got across 2 or 3 Malaysians on its path through there. You'd think they just slipped the thing left towards the left half and out to the left wing. But anyway, they seem to be wanting to go across the middle of the field pretty regularly. They tried a couple of things. Here's a shot, cleared away, and that's off the foot. So another short corner for Malaysia. So they've got 15 up there, Karim. 7 is Colin Lawrence Sekera. 6, of course, is Sarjit Singh. And you've got 17 as goal scorer, Diwali Surrender. Surrender being the first name, of course, Diwali. Now here we go, it's in. Stick trap, shot. Oh no. Japan, are they going to take the ball from the back of the D? Very unwise to do so, the way Malaysian's been trapping. Oh, that's better. You've got the yardage, use it, and now they bring it up. He's surrounded by 3 players here, but he's managed to get it through them. Oh, nice little stick work there. And he's skinned one, he's skinned another, but it's going to run out to the side, which it does. So off the Malaysian stick and out to the side. Yep, nicely done there. Some Machizuki. As he got support, plenty of Malaysian in and around the place. Tries to find them on the back line, doesn't do so. This footage is getting a little bit choppy, as we see, staccato. Unfortunately, the game streamed live, and that's the nature of live streaming. Yep. Here we go now. He's got to go 5 before it goes in, but he didn't do so. And Parmajit there, just waiting for the ball, very calm. Slips it away to the side. Sarjit pulls it back, makes himself a half a yard, and then just lays right. Japanese player closing down his opposition player, but nowhere near quick enough. Oh, that's bounced backwards off the foot. Now Japan's got a chance if they can move the ball quickly. But look at the Malaysians, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got a player high, 2 players high this time. Yeah, player on the top of the D was in contention, but didn't hit him. Got to hit him. He also had, there's 9, Takashita. There's turn around here, Malaysian ball. Captain again, comes long. Look at that for a ball. Oh, I mean, if you're going to throw a 50-metre ball, that's the way to do it. Now here's Sarjit Singh. He can throw it overhead, and that's exactly what he does. 50-metre overhead, look at this. Bounces, missed trap, and here's a chance. Oh, it's at the keeper straight away. Another shot, another chance. No. Well done, keeper again. Got himself in exactly the right spot. Umpire's called it back for something. Short corner. I think he's seen danger in there with the swinging sticks. So well played keeper. He's had a magnificent game and he's had plenty to do, I can assure you. And there's that hooter again in the background. Coming from the rugby on the adjacent field, that particular one, I think, because the other hockey fields are a little bit further away. They've got exactly the same sound hooter, which is causing confusion for both codes, both the hockey and the rugby. It is called rugby in this part of the world, unlike in Australia where it's called football. Not to be confused with Australian rules, football or soccer, which is also football. Here we go. It's in, Sergeant Singh. Shows it, up the stick there. Yep, and closed down, didn't get it away quickly enough. Looked like he was going to pass it left or right, but decided to take his chances with a shot on goal. So now it's a long corner off the Japanese stick. Sergeant again shows his player, beats his player. Didn't get past the second one though, and they tried to come out with a 1-2 there. Malaysia regathers through Amar Singh. He's passed his own player there, but he really needs to get a bit more on that. There's absolutely nothing to be gained by that, unless he's passing it back to him to take the free hit, perhaps. Mochizuki ran himself into trouble, but he has another crack at it now. Parmajit reaching him from behind, but he's bobbled it across the face. Chance here, swing. It lifted up the ball. Oh, that's up the keeper and back at the player. He was going to swing there. He should have just released. He should have smashed the hell out of that thing and taken his chances. But by the time he hesitated, the keeper was out, and then it was up the keeper's pads and onto his own foot. So chance squandered, chance wasted. But Japan here coming up, and again they've tried the same thing, tried to put it through the Malaysian player on the left, high up past him on the left, and again the Malaysians reached in there. Sergeant Singh there's on the sideline, again not holding a substitute's jersey, as we mentioned before, and they passed the ball to him, but of course he's not in play. So turnover ball to Japan, smashes one through. Oh, Japanese player on the far post there, kind of missed him by much. The goalkeeper's walked all the way across goal, so he was pretty happy to let Mochizuki have whatever he was having. Sergeant Singh now draws his player, shoves him out of the way and releases. Jeepers. And then what's the umpire given this time? Free hit on the outside of D, no short corner. Yeah, the Japanese player nibbling around his ankles there. He was leading with the hip and leading with the shoulder and shoving with the body. Umpire played it on though. And if you're in good solid possession of the ball, the umpires often will. Japanese heads look like they're dropping a little bit here because they know they've only a couple, 3 minutes left to play. And at 5-1 down, they may get another consolation goal. But it's not looking much more than that. Sergeant Singh calling his players forward there. Reverse trap, Singh. 17, shot, oh, it's up the crossbar, it's away. Got to get rid. Holds the ball up nicely, protects it nicely, turns, smashes it back again through the middle. He's got a player there, however. He can go along here, he's got players high, but he's missed his angle on that one and put it in the line of the Malaysian, who's fired it back downfield again, only as far as the Japanese player who's come out wide to his right half. So now they've got a bit of a chance, but again he's put it straight back into two Malaysian players, and Parmajit doesn't miss many of those. He's slung it long. That's a miss trap there, but it's running through to Sergeant Singh. He must have called for it to be released. Oh, there was the Malaysian right on the top of the D. Karim there he was there, soon Karim, 15. He put his hand up and said, oh, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, terima kasih, as they say in Malaysia, thank you. Now where are we? The ball just slightly out of play here. A sweep on the reverse to try and lift it through, looking for a foot or looking for a free hit and being awarded. Malaysian player not really sort of 5 metres away. But Mochizuki decides he'll pass it back to his own player again. Sakai now walks it upfield. Again, it looks like he's going to launch one, and he does, but straight into two Malaysians. Gets the foot. Yamada up the Malaysian stick again. Falls for Japan. Obstruction there, not given. Oh, nicely done from Surrender. Back into the goal face. Yamada was in contention there, number 7, but couldn't get anything on it. It really haven't had the best of luck in and around the D, but the Malaysians, their long reach and their physicality makes it almost impossible for them to get a clean tackle on the ball in and around the D. Yeah, they need to approach their players and have a couple of players in contention that they can play a quick 1-2, because they're quick enough. They're certainly quick enough. Sajid Singh draws it, makes himself another yard. Now he comes inside. Japanese player not confronting him, he's basically just shielding and blocking. Malaysia slips the ball onto the opposition foot and then stretches forward. Baldwin now straight to the top of D. Deflection, goes wide of target. Yep, outside the D. Looking for his player there in the face of goal, didn't find him. So free out to Japan. Oh, this time they come wide left, and that's a better plan. They immediately come back into the middle, picks up the foot on the way, and again straight into the Malaysian player. Tired legs, indeed. Sergeant number 6 calls his player where he wants him, tells him to lead, and he gets there. Deflection, but comes wide. Well, he's put himself into play, but back out of play.
3, 2,
oh, turns his player nicely. And crashes it in. And that, ladies and gentlemen, my dear viewer, is all she wrote. Malaysia, as we see on the digital scoreboard, 5. Japan, 1. Well played all round. Congratulations and handshakes. So the new Asian Cup champions 2023 over 60s men's division is Malaysia, as we watch Japan take a bow. So thank you, Japan. Yeah, arigato gozaimasu. Japan and Malaysia now as they line up for their picture. Terima kasih. And selamat datang ke Hong Kong. Selamat jalan, as I should say, which is goodbye in Malay, and sayonara, goodbye to Japan.
Can we get Brunner out the photo, please? Get a grip, Brunner! In China? We don't care. It's really heavy. It was really heavy. Oh! You can edit Brunner out, it's alright. Does anybody sponsor you a bit? No. Well done, Piers. Bravo. Well done. You were lovely. Lovely, darling. Lovely. Great legs. Great legs. Yeah. Pull, turn. Pull, turn. Pull, turn. Pull.